What's going on, peeps? Let's head on over across the pond to the United Kingdom. Hailing from Scotland is popular music critic and YouTuber CDTV Productions. He is a hip-hop expert that you may know for his worst rapper in the game and fastest rap versus videos. He's going to be the center of discussion in today's video as we talk about how he was able to overcome a copyright strike from one of the rappers he was criticizing, and why situations like this are so important for the music community. I also want to discuss who CDTV even is and analyze how he got to this point in his career where he has musical artists trying to take his channel down. Let's find out. CDTV, whose real name is Jason, was born on September 29th, 1998 in Scotland. Jace was also a nickname he received from his peers. He first heard about hip-hop at 10 years old when his friends showed him The Real Slim Shady by Eminem. A white boy found rap for Eminem? No way. He decided to put down his Nickelback and gave this rippity rap a shot. After getting home, he asked his parents about the rap band Eminem. Yes, he thought Eminem was a group. He was corrected by his wiser parents and allowed him to buy his greatest hits record Curtain Call in 2009. Around the same time as when Relapse was released, Jason instantly became a full-on stan. He gave other conscious rappers like Hobson and Tech9 a spin. He lived in Scotland for 13 years until his father moved to Abu Dhabi for work. Jason and the rest of his family joined him, spending his high school years there. This pretty much explains his strange accent, which is almost like Scottish combined with other intonations. As he grew up in Abu Dhabi, he introduced his music taste to his new friends who put him onto more party-style rhythms. He has exclusively listened to all sectors of rap since. He first joined YouTube in 2012 with his gaming channel. He was a big gamer, having 200 plus games in his Steam library. It generated about 2.3 thousand subscribers, but was later abandoned due to his lack of motivation. The idea of starting a list channel stemmed when he was on holiday in Spain. He was browsing Horrible Reviews top 10 horror film videos and thought they were a cool format. He gave film lists a try initially, but quickly realized his heart wasn't exactly in it. Instead, he combined both his interest in a top 10 format and his love for hip-hop into his current channel. He spoke to his friends about the genre so much that he thought, why not make it into a channel? He wanted to start discussions with rap fans across the globe, whether it's hate or general interest. This was the birth of CDTV Productions. In case you couldn't already tell, the CD in CDTV stands for the compact disc you usually listen to music on, with TV obviously standing for his initial interest in television production lists. Put it all together, CDTV Productions. It was going to be both a music and television discussion channel, but only one field of content worked out. The reason he kept the name? I don't know, it's catchy. The output began in late August 2016, putting out the 10 fastest futuristic verses of all time. This video was an instant success, garnering thousands of views within a week. This inspired CDTV to continue producing rap content about fast verses. Now, the C in CDTV isn't for consistency, as he wasn't putting out videos every week. Depending on how he feels, his usual upload schedule is once a month. Trust me, his consistency is a running joke in his community. He branched out to other video topics like ranking a rapper's entire discography and the worst rappers in the game. The latter series has gone on to become his most controversial series for the title alone. The goal is to analyze a current popular rapper's full discography and grade their overall rapping ability to determine if they are one of the worst rappers in the game. Unfortunately, many unaware fanboys will see that title with their favorite rapper in the title and complain in the comments without watching the actual video. The rap community is pretty toxic and they didn't hold back on his videos. He'd receive hate comments calling him an old head for only liking lyrical conscious hip-hop and not enjoying any mumble or meme rap. The funny thing is, he was 18 at the time. He dismisses the claim even further, stating that he believes rap is as good as it was decades ago. It's just that worse hip-hop, in his opinion, can make the charts a lot easier. Of course, his more critical videos on the worst rappers in the game would get him in hot water, more specifically the ones on XXXTentacion and later on Destroy Lonely. Despite all of this, he has stayed strong and succeeded. In his first 6 months of active content creation, he produced 2 videos with over 1 million views, the dumbest rap lyrics he had ever heard, and the fastest Eminem verses. It must feel good for your favorite rapper to kick your channel into gear. Even Joyner Lucas enjoyed his video on his fastest verses, placing it into one of his playlists. He gained 40,000 subscribers and 6 million views overall during this time period. He was also getting his first stacks of bread from the platform through monetization. He surpassed 50,000 subscribers on February 26, 2017. After living in Abu Dhabi for 5 years, years, Jason would officially move back to Scotland in 2017 to pursue adulthood. From there, he kept making this hip-hop ranking content up until the present day. CDTV was recognized for his nerdy but meme-full way of describing music similar to Anthony Fantano, as well as his playful editing. He established his fan base as the 2007 Squad in reference to the golden age of hip-hop, when the GOAT Soulja Boy was running things. He's got this quirky demeanor that his audience gravitates around. There's this ongoing bit where he has never been seen without a hat. He is usually fairly chill in his videos, but can get pretty heated when certain artists push his buttons. I'm talking about 6ix9ine, Lil Xan's voice in general, and distorted beats. He's also had a few hot takes like his enjoyment for Ray Shrimmered and Nav. The success of his channel was a big relief for Jason, as he was about ready to quit his YouTube dream forever if this didn't work out. He hit the following milestones: 100,000 subscribers in November 26, 2017, 200k on November 9, 2018, and 300k on August 24, 2020. His channels have generated together 87 million views on YouTube. This includes his twin, CDTV the G, aka his second channel that posts reactionary content to music in comparison to his main channel, which is more topic based. Now we know that CDTV loves music, but has he ever made some? Yes, he has a third twin, I Am Jace, aka his short-lived rap alias that he dropped 3 official rap singles under. It's not even parody rap like Big Baller Beat, it's actual lyrical focused hip hop.
I thought by this point the things would be plenty fun, but I'm already bored of life and I ain't even 21. Feeling lonely and I'm about to go and get a gun just to get a spark of life. Wonder what have I become?
I gotta say, it's weird to hear his strong Scottish accent being used for rap instead of content creation. I'm not used to hearing him that way. He also produces beats in his spare time. Since 2018, he hasn't dropped a new song. Guess we all had a rapper phase. He did a podcast with Blackie Speaks from December 2020 to February 2021 called Minds Collide. This was pretty much them discussing modern hip-hop topics. He's also buds with my boy Brad Taste in Music. However, one thing all music YouTubers have had in common over the years is copyright issues. Ever since the ad apocalypse of 2017, YouTube has been a lot more strict with what content receives advertisements. This includes videos that feature music that record labels have been known to abuse for a fat paycheck. CDTV has been a victim of this frustrating cycle despite his channel being under fair use, further demotivating him from uploading content because why work so hard on something that some greedy label is going to claim for using 10 seconds of a song? Patreon was his best bet to make more money on the side. Beginners get their names in the video credits, dedicated soldiers get an exclusive video, elites get early access to new videos, and top tier soldiers get a shout out. It's a decent workaround and it reminds him that he has people that want content from him badly. Sadly, record labels aren't the only people who have had beef with him over the years. Whit Lowery blocked him for criticism even though he was actually a fan of his music. Other rap YouTubers like Golly Boy and Eric the Young God had some interesting words about his musical opinions. But his lengthiest and most intense rivalry has been with the one and only Tom McDonald. It all began in 2019 when Tom McDonald was chosen to be reviewed in his Worst Rappers in the Game series. Despite all the backlash Tom was receiving from the hip-hop world, CDTV didn't despise his music like many of his peers did. He wasn't a fan of him, but he could put up with him sometimes. His constant trolling on Twitter resulted in Tom blocking him on the platform. He thought this was ironic considering that Tom's more political tracks complain about how sensitive people are nowadays. This video was viewed over 300,000 times, receiving a mixed bag of hate and support. He continued down the Tom rabbit hole, purchasing his album Ghost Stories, not because he enjoyed it, but so he can shit on it. Basically, Tom McDonald makes his projects not available on streaming services and only can be purchased physically through his website. So instead of dropping a petty 0 on the album without even listening to it, album of the year, CDTV actually bought the record to review it. He bought it so his audience didn't have to. Yup, he hates Tom so much that he sacrifices his own ears to listen to it and inform the general public in depth what it's about. Here's where the abuse comes into play, as Tom attempted to copy strike CDTV's channel for this 40-minute review. In this takedown request, McDonald states that the songs he reviewed aren't anywhere online, and Jace is taking advantage of that fact. He claimed that CDTV's review was going to negatively impact his sales and that it was slanderous and inaccurate. This isn't the 80s and 90s, dog. A negative music review isn't going to impact your sales. Opinions are opinions, man. Music is subjective. He even puts your website in the description for people to buy it themselves. Also, Tom himself confirmed that if you want to use his music on Twitch and YouTube, you can do so. I guess it must be different if you're just not a fan of said music. YouTube ended up rejecting Tom's takedown request, stating that it is legal to use copyrighted works in specific ways without the owner's approval for commentary or review. This isn't where the feud ends, as Tom would put out more albums in 2020 titled Gravestones and Flowers for the Dead. Seeing how well the last one was received, CDTV went on a mission to cop both records for review, and he did. The Flowers for the Dead review came out first, which CDTV saw as an improvement, likely being the reason it wasn't taken down. The Gravestones one, on the other hand, it was a part of what he called the White Boy Trilogy. The first part of the trilogy was him ranking his top 10 worst lyrics throughout his massive catalog. Up next was the Gravestones review that everybody was waiting for. 341 days, in fact. He even planned to review the album in Tom's home country of Canada. He orders that Tom McDonald must be stopped. The battle is heating up. How will Tom respond to this? He didn't. I guess he learned his lesson from last time. Oh, for fuck! CDTV completed the White Boy Trilogy with a rapper that he claimed was worse than Tom, Adam Calhoun, who made similar music to Tom, except he actually used the N-word.
What the fuck you rapping for, nigga ass nigga?
He is white, by the way. So what if I told you that these two would later join forces in 2021 to drop a collaboration album called The Brave? Pretty stupid, right? Oh, this is somehow Jace's fault. Thank you for watching this video, and a reminder of how important fair use is on YouTube. If you are a content creator that uses music in your content, fight those battles if you know you are in the right. Let those greedy record labels know that they won't have any pennies from your hard work for free. Don't back down because some internet rapper threatens to take down your channel. It is so important to make sure all is fair in this world. Big shout out to CDTV for pushing forward despite all that copyright BS he's had to go through. Make sure to share this video with him. I'd love for him to see it. If you want to hear more uplifting and positive stories, make sure to like and subscribe to his channel. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Thank you.